TeadsAdChoicesADVERTISINGinRead invented by TeadsAdChoicesADVERTISINGinRead invented by TeadsTechnical director Dan Ashworth and other officials held talks yesterday after England were left bemused that Tunisia escaped punishment when Harry Kane was twice wrestled to the ground in the penalty area in their opening game in Volgograd on Monday. The frustration was compounded when Colombian referee Wilmar Reinhold did award a penalty against Kyle Walker for throwing his arm across a Tunisian player. Both the incidents involving Kane were checked and analyzed by the VAR and his assistants, as is standard practice, but the referee made the final call. FIFA will not discuss specific decisions, but a possible explanation in both cases is that England committed fouls at the same time. John Stones pushing Ali Skiri in the back as Ferjani Sassi wrestled Kane to the ground, and Kane equally culpable when tangling with Yassine Meria. Asked if he was any clearer about VAR, England boss Gareth Southgate said, "Well, we're clear on how it's going to be used. My observation would be that if it's a penalty at one end, it has to be a penalty at the other. That needs some review, we have to abide by it and leave it to the powers that be. But it's clear that if a foul is given against Kyle Walker, then it has to be given for Harry being hauled to the ground." Brazil have already asked FIFA why VAR was not used to review two key decisions they believe hindered the side during Sunday's 1-1 draw with Switzerland. Brazil players complained long and hard that defender Miranda was pushed by Steven Zuber when he headed home Switzerland's equalizer early in the second half. They also believed Gabriel Jesus was manhandled inside the penalty area and should have been awarded a spot kick. Neither incident appeared to be reviewed. A statement from the Brazilian Federation said, "The CBF requires to know from FIFA the reason the technology was not used in key incidents during the game. VAR is being used in the World Cup for the first time and, according to FIFA, should only correct clear and obvious errors and missed incidents in clearly defined match-changing decisions." Brazil believe that two incidents, neither of which they referred to directly, are covered by that explanation. The technology has been used sparingly in Russia so far, with only one major dispute, a penalty awarded to France against Australia that was initially turned down. Antoine Griezmann converted the spot kick to help the French to a 2-1 victory. The controversies prompted Gary Neville to claim VAR is not fit for purpose at the World Cup, with the former England defender adding, "Either give the VAR refs more time and accept the delay, or the broadcasters have to be working with the VAR officials." Neville, who is working as a pundit for YTV, says blame should not be given to the VAR officials because they do not have the time or resources to review decisions correctly. He said, "VAR going wrong isn't down to VAR officials. There are two of them in the wading through 26 angles and having to make a call in maybe 20 seconds. To give you an idea, television companies will have 14 experienced people doing the same job to get replays inside 20 seconds. It's an impossible ask." Former Premier League referee Mark Halsey also believes the system is not ready to be used. "At such a high-profile event, we've got to look at VAR and the reasons why it's so inconsistent. It should not be used at the best, most prestigious tournament in the world," he said. "There's a lot more training and education to be done. They should be looking to bring it in for the 2022 qualifying stages and then into the tournament." Former England captain Alan Shearer said Kane might get more joy if he is more vociferous in his complaints to the match officials. "The one thing I would say to Harry is moan a bit more," pointed out to the referee. "It might just say to the referee to keep an eye on it a bit more," another former England player, Chris Waddle, described the handling of Kane as embarrassing and called for referee Wilmar Reinhold to not get another game in the tournament.